Hey, I got a question. Who do you think had the hardest adjustment to the media and the criticism? Because like the lens with which Brazilian soccer players are looked at is very similar to how American athletes are looked at by their media, right? And you look at where Neymar has been over his time and like taking on the number 10 and the number 9. Like, who do you think has dealt with the most, and how do you think that they've handled it? Because I feel like playing for the Celtics and representing the country of Brazil for its national soccer team, and then now you see Enric coming up, and like he's going to face that soon. So like, how do you think that's handled in your country?
You're talking about football, okay? I just want to see if I get I got you right. I think Neymar has handled the most pressure lately, but because we had a lack of idols most recently. If we were back in 2002, we had Ronaldo, we had Ronaldinho, we had Rivaldo, we had a great national team. And this talent has went down for the years. And Neymar has surged like a huge talent.
Yes.
And we put a lot of expectations in him that he can deliver to us another World Cup. Yeah. So I don't think it's pretty fair to him what we did.
I agree. I would say the same thing for Tatum.
Yeah.
It's like, also, like, he's probably the first number 10 to take on the weight of Brazil since the social media era. Like, right? Like, that was like who before Neymar was involved in that social media area. And it's like, he's so good, everything you do can be taken for granted. Like, when he won the gold medal by making the game-winning penalty kick, you would have thought that would have solidified it, but it hasn't, right? So, like, I think that's you ask an interesting question, because I think the guys that we're around share in that same burden of having to handle, the responsibility that they have to move it forward for what they do. And it's an ultimate gift, but I agree that it's probably Neymar, right?
Yeah. Most recently, yes.
Yeah.
And I have a particular opinion about, but I have to see the general thing about it, about Neymar.
Yeah.
Because I don't agree of a lot of his actions outside the field.
I don't know him. All I know is the soccer player.
Yeah. So if we just focus in the soccer player, and I don't think that's fair.
Don't get me into the coaches. I mean, don't get me into the football coaches, right? I mean, that's like an impossible job.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah, it's a huge country. We love football. We love soccer, and it's our sport. We were always good at. So it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And most recently, the results were so badly that the pressure is just rising.
Yeah, you got to study. I mean, I study that a lot because I think we're in a similar environment here as to how to handle all of that, you know?
The Boston Celtics probably is just, for the basketball, it's just that great as a Brazil, as a national soccer team. So it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And I know you love soccer.
Yes.
And I know you like Guardiola.
Yeah.
And I know you stole some things from his thoughts.
Yeah, none of us are that good. We steal from everybody.
Thank you, Coach.